Hello. Had an eventful week. It's only Thursday, but Monday I went to Vegas for work, new job. Yay! What happened in Vegas stays in Vegas. If you knew, you knew. But anywho, um, authentic living. So not much for today, but just have some thoughts. Like again, it's real easy to, I don't know, I don't want to bash the world all the time, but I do want to think about myself here in a minute, because I would much rather people to be their most authentic self, because of first of all, it's like the highest form of vibration. I think if everybody was truly authentic, they would be able to really identify what frustrates them in life. And life without frustration is peace. So, in a nutshell, to kind of find your peace, you have to be honest with yourself to figure out what's disturbing your peace. I think the biggest part in life where we don't see is sometimes we try not to see is how our peace is disrupted. And we basically lie to ourselves to say to ourselves that it's not interrupted. And the problem with that is it's not real. So your expectation of where you want to be and how you want to live in life versus your reality don't match up. Typically when that happens, there's frustration. Lack of knowledge is also part of frustration. It will create some frustration. And the reason why is, I don't know, it's, I think we're societally programmed to think that we know it all. But I think the faster you understand you don't know it all and come to the conclusion that, you don't know it all, and actually even understand that the smart person doesn't know it all, the more you're comfortable you'll be understanding that you don't know it all. So one exercise I used to do with my kids when they were younger, I like, because perspective. Again, it's like, there's always, everybody claims to have a truth, but there's like, there is a truth, but when you say your truth, it's like not your truth or my truth. There's one truth, but different perspective. So different angles. And back to what I was saying about the kids. So you can kind of put them in a chair, directly facing each other. Put like a cup in the middle with two different things on both sides of the cup. And without interrupting, I would tell them to explain the other side of the cup without them interrupting. And basically, they couldn't peek around on the other side. It was just, they only saw one side and one side of the cup. And this one would argue this one that this is this one would argue this one with that. And you let them argue. Then after they get to a certain point, you take the cup and you flip it. And that, my friends, is perspective. So I think we spend a lot of time only worrying about our own perspective and our own quote unquote truth, rather than not embracing the fact that we don't know it all, not understanding that it's impossible to see a whole situation. But you have to be comfortable understanding that you only see part of it, and also understand that the smart person doesn't know it all. The smart person knows that they don't know it all. So I wouldn't even know what to call this right now. I guess it's just perspective. But I don't know. I probably should have got directly to that point, but perspective is important. And yeah, so I think if you understand your perspective, well, first of all, you got to be honest with yourself, so you can make real, authentic judgment. Not necessarily judgments, but because you're no judge. You have to make real, authentic assessments of yourself. Otherwise, because if you lie to yourself about something or have a false assessment, then when you're trying to meet your expectation versus your reality, it's going to get mixed up in between. And it's almost like your reality it's almost like you're distorting your reality. If you have a distorted reality, you can't actually fix stuff. Again, if you got a car and it won't start, and you start playing around with the mirrors, that's probably not going to fix the car. Probably got to figure out why the engine's not starting. It probably has not much to do with the mirrors, unless it's some kind of security system or something like that. It could be an immobilizer, but either or. Again, but all being authentic about life, because of when you have to make assessments. If you're lying about any part of it, you got a false foundation for what you're making decisions on. So be true to yourself, be authentic, and less stress. So I guess I can call it a peace journey too. And peace and lies don't go together, because of I don't know who anybody is. Like, you can get temporary peace from a lie, but there's no true peace in that, because you'll still have ruminating in the back of your mind the lie, and knowing that it's not the truth. That's just a natural thing. So peace. So start with peace, and I guess peace starts with being authentic, and got to be real with yourself and be honest with yourself to make proper assessments. Because if you don't, you're going to be trying to fix something it's like you're not fixing the right thing in your life. And you're still going to be frustrated, because if you're trying to get to the bottom of while you're frustrated and you keep lying to yourself about other things, it's not going to fix it. Just like the car don't start and you're lying to yourself that it's not the starter, you're just going to be wasting money and throwing parts and wasting energy. So that's just an example. Some cars could be a lot of different things, but anywho, I'm going to get some sleep. Good night.